Hi everyone. Here are the highlights of what's going on in Ukraine as of today. So the situation in Severodonetsk, around that area, remains a complete shitstorm. As I mentioned before, we have two family members fighting there. We don't know if they're okay, if they're alive, because, as I mentioned before, all communication channels right now are reserved only for essential use, which makes sense, but doesn't make us as a family feel any better. Meanwhile, Russia is threatening Poland with a nuclear strike. Poland itself has a very long and sordid history with Russia's aggression. So they know. Yeah? And they've been pointing out that it is highly unfair that Ukraine's been forced in 1994 to give up its nuclear weapons at the time in exchange for NATO's promises of protection should there be any issues with Russia. That is the promise that NATO has not fulfilled. So Poland is arguing that Ukraine should be able to get its nuclear weapons back, which I agree with. So in exchange, the Foreign Ministry of Russia said that by making such statements, Poland is basically provoking Russia. Again, there's that word, like they need a provocation. Provoking Russia and is encouraging Russia to take the most serious measures, including the use of nuclear weapons. Poland is a member of NATO, in case nobody knows that. Maybe you want to do something about that? Also, another concern is, of course, Ukraine's contribution to the world food reserves. Right now, Ukrainian grain cannot be exported because Russia is blocking Ukrainian ports. And then there's the grain that Russia had stolen from Ukraine that it is trying to sell to other countries, and they are facing a conundrum. Feed their people, but as such, condone Russia's robbing Ukraine, invading Ukraine, taking its resources. It's a very difficult situation to be in. And, former UN leaders, former NATO leaders are all saying, we have to get this grain out somehow, because otherwise, in addition to the existing humanitarian crisis, we're going to be facing a very real hunger crisis. There is a way to fix all this, guys. Announce Ukraine as a no-fly zone, put troops on the ground, get rid of Russian troops on Ukrainian territory. It's all getting fixed. Thank you for watching.